Welcome back everyone to Ill-Omens Skirmishes. We're back here with Pineleaf to see what she has for us today.
Might I have a word with you?
Pineleaf, I have heard tell that the Harbingers of the Dead have been spotted near several of the strongholds of the Free Peoples. Let's get out there and stop them. Yeah, what's this "we" business, by the way? I don't remember seeing you around through all those other times. And unfortunately, the first of the spots that needs help is right here in Bree. Ah yes, thievery and mischief. And in case you're wondering, this cloak I'm wearing is the one you get from this event. I managed to collect enough tokens for this. I figure if I'm going to get a cloak for this event, I might as well wear it. And we'll start by killing a few of these guys, and then of course we'll eventually have to get to the Harbinger. Now I should note that they have made a few updates related to this event, and so that we'll be able to complete the deeds that are involved here a little bit more easily, which I'll go over in just a moment. They made 4 changes that relate to this event. The first is that they fixed an error that was causing you to not be able to get credit for killing Harbingers unless they were at least your level. And the intent was that you could do them up to 5 levels below you're on. And considering how tough the Harbingers are, it's good to see they weren't intending that you have to do it on level, because I have had a tough time with some of my characters in doing them, where it either take a long time, or a couple of them are either barely tough enough or just under being tough enough in order to do them solo. Now there are some characters of mine that probably would be way out of being able to do it, because I'm playing Wardens, and Wardens are some of the more survivable characters, especially in defense mode. So if I had trouble with the Warden in there, I could just imagine a Runekeeper or someone like that trying to do it. Or at least I would have trouble doing it on a Runekeeper. So those are the first items in there, is that you could now complete the quest up to 5 level, where the skirmish setting is up to 5 levels below yours. Now I haven't tried that out yet, so I will on some of my other characters. And second thing they did is they removed a radius that they had for killing the Harbinger. They're getting a lot of complaints from those classes that like to kite, because real pain being A, you had to do it at least one level, and B, you weren't allowed to kite them, because if you kited them too far away, you didn't get credit. Imagine how tough it is to kill the Harbinger already. So they changed it so you could get credit for it no matter where you were in the instance at the time the Harbinger died. And there were a couple of cases where I've been in a group where in one case a character died and released because that person was the healer, so no one to res them. I said, alright, let's release and let's get a jump on getting back. And didn't get credit for the kill. So that's all fixed now. And another case that I thought was even worse was in Fort of Brunnen, where our healer decided to stick to Eladon and Elro here. And in doing so, didn't get credit because she was too busy healing the twins. And while she was doing that, of course, we were fighting the Harbinger. I didn't think they were really all that far away, but it wasn't close enough for the game to give her credit. So it's good that they removed that radius. Especially considering that if you didn't kill the Harbinger before the boss died, then you wouldn't get kill count credit for it. So that's, you only would get partial credit. Now, the thing about kill count credit not being there if the boss dies before the Harbinger, that's still the case, since that's a integral part of the interaction of deeds with skirmishes. And in the past, that didn't matter all that much because you could do most of the traditional encounters before the boss died. There are a couple of them where it was inconvenient, but certainly not impossible. If you remember when Way of Smiths, where the Harbinger spawned after the boss died, so you didn't get credit there. So don't farm Way of Smiths in order to get up your kill count against Harbingers, because it's not going to work. Whoopsie daisy. And they also changed some deeds so you don't have to be at level cap anymore. You just have to be within the range of that. Maybe I should, after finishing my skirmishes on here, go into a character that's not at level cap so that we could demonstrate that, and maybe I'll run it a level or two below my own just to also test that other one. Because just to say this is what's happening without doing any sort of test just doesn't work. Right? Right. And then finally, actually before I do that, I should note though that the tier 3 deed, that is going to require being at level camp, because having a tier 3 deed and not having a level cap restriction on that one would be silly, because someone just run it tier 3 5 levels below they're on, and yeah, not really impressive if people can do that. Not that I'm likely to do that particular one. Maybe once we're further into this I could look into it, but I don't think I'm up to soloing tier 3 skirmishes even on this character. And speaking of the tier 3 deed, there was a problem that Survival Barrel Downs, which doesn't have a tier 3, was of course one of the listed skirmishes, and they forgot to say, alright, you can be tier 1 on this one and still get credit to advance it. They forgot that, so now they fixed that. So those are the 4 changes in there. The idea then is to make it easier then to complete your quests and deeds. In fact, to align it to what they were expecting it to be. So let's go and head on, because we have the Harbinger just spawned, which is a nice spot for the Harbinger to spawn. So I'll show you where the Harbinger is in a moment, because the Harbinger always spawns at the same time and place. Let me take care of our friend here. Getting annoying going against my soldier there. Not that the soldiers are doing all that much at the moment, because it's been a while since Standing Stone has given them any proper training. Poor soldiers. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, Harbinger. Now make sure that no one's going to interrupt us, because nothing worse than having a whole bunch of mobs come at you when you are trying to deal with a super elite boss. Now let's see, do a comparison there. We have here, let's do a comparison of the morale between our guy here, Schnogbers, who's at 311,000, and Mold Rot the Pale, who's at 452, so you can see a little bit of a increase on about 50% more morale, plus better mitigations, better lots of stuff. So it's much tougher opponent in which to fight. Alright, let's go and deal with Mode Rot and this arm here. Now, why this crawler needs an arm, I have no idea, because it sounds like a strange companion for a crawler to have. Just saying. Let's do it like that. Alright, there you go. I can't see! Anyway, Mold Rot. How would you like to have a name like that? Mold Rot. Yuck. Actually, I'm getting through this. At least this one's a lot easier than some of the others, because I'm saying that as my morale is falling like a rock down here. I just noticed that my Never Surrender wasn't active. Whoopsie daisy. Corrosive Bite. That's not nice. Well, there's one way to take care of a corrosive bite, and that is to get rid of the poisoning effect. There you go. And are you done yet? Alright, there you go. Completed Ill-Omens, Thievery, and Mischief. How many do I have here on my deed at the moment? Let's check our skirmish deeds. Harbingers. Oh! They have. I don't think I noticed this one before. I definitely didn't notice this one before. Oh, okay. No, yes, it's under skirmish instances. I don't recall seeing that in my log before. Is this something that they another correction that they made, that the Harbingers is a dead thing with it coming up? They still need Mothos the Unmourned, Rogshot the Ravener, Rongol the Reeking, and Lostarn the Imprisoned. Now, Lostarn and the Imprisoned is with the Mirkwood one, so I'll have to wait a couple of days before I get that. And I also wanted to check this one. 27 of 60, which is getting on there in the numbers I need. Now let's take care of this troll. But that's the one for Thievery and Mischief, so where you can see where you just go through the gate and hang a right and you'll find your Harbinger. Though, if you plan to do any kiting, you might want to clear out a bit of the area first. My next stop in checking these places is Tuckborough, where we are at Elena's entranceway. And this is where we are going to be finding our second Harbinger for the day. Let me take the control point. Now the Harbinger is going to be appearing right down over there. But for now I'm going to ignore that and take care of the counterattacks. Then I'll worry about the Harbinger, because I certainly don't want our poor friend the Bounder to get killed while I'm taking care of the Harbinger. Right? Right. A Harbinger of the Dead has appeared. Ooh. How they got to the Shire, I don't know. Because you know it's bad when Harbingers of the Dead start to enter into the Shire. But not allowed. Right? Right. Let's take care of this Deathmonger, then we can take care of the Harbinger. Right. Let's go! Quite a party here. Die! warrior. A rabid Shire Wolf has a... yeah, something about the thought of facing rabid animals is saying, see. Holthun the Cloven. Oh, I hate this guy. I think I'm going to have a little something to eat first before I face him, because I find him to be the most tedious of the ones to fight. Actually, I think I might have fought him during an earlier episode already. Yeah, I suspect I have. Because these things can be quite annoying. Right. Well, when are you going to do it? I was expecting them to start their crazy stun thing. Maybe they nerfed his stunning ability. Well, it deserved to be nerfed if you ask me. Or maybe it doesn't work all... Well, so much for that idea. Yeah. Well, and of course, not too happy that he can appear in the Shire, because... Is this the Shire? We got +3 hope here. Aha! Got him that time. Perfect timing for that. I mean, it came out at a perfect time for me to be able to prevent it. Not that I had anything to do with the perfectness. That's the problem. I can't turn around, do that, and get back in time. That's a little bit outside of my skill range. Now, let's see if I can get up here this time. Alright, that time I got it. That's because I ran and got away from the arm in time. Well, who's gonna do it? Probably both at the same time, which would make the whole thing really difficult to do. Okay, fine. Give myself a little healing. Yeah. As I said, he's one of the more annoying ones. Right. Now quit that. Well, they're going down now, finally. Good. Good. Oh, they killed Flax. Okay. Oh, let's patch up Flax's injuries and get going. But I'll meet you again in the next skirmish, and hopefully I'll get a slightly more palpable opponent. Of course, I meant palatable, not palpable. Though I guess I probably want one that I'm more likely to want to interact with, now I think of it. But I still want to find a Harbinger that I'm more likely to want to face than anything than that stupid Cloven fellow. We are at the final wave of the third assault here, which is the point where we'll be ready for our Harbinger to come up, because our Harbinger comes up right at the end of this. As soon as the last of these goblins falls. And I can show you where our friend the Harbinger will pop up in that case. As soon as we kill this goblin. There you go. I'll try. Well, that's all 3 gates done, and a harbinger appears right over here. Our old friend Trunok the Shadow Herald. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Well then, we're going to have to take care of those guys. Now this is tough because we're going to have to take care of the enemies also. It's either that or wait until the end of the skirmish, in which case you won't get credit for it. And of course we get a lieutenant. Hopefully it's not too... A defender of the vial! Oh, good grief. Well then, not exactly what I was hoping for there. I hope he's not trying to heal the defender of the vial, because that would be really pathetic. Now, if I'm lucky, I'll have a lot of these things waste some time here so that Matthew won't be in too much danger. Yeah. Uh-oh, oh boy, I'm in trouble, aren't I? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's tough for this particular one. Alright. Yeah. Oh. And whether I still don't know what that green thing does, but but it always comes up when I don't have an opportunity to do anything about it. Let's take care of the stupid goblin here. And stop stunning me! And stop wounding me! And stop casting that stupid green thing! That is annoying me! Oh! Does this guy have a... Right. Okay, I've got one more Never Surrender up. Yeah, this is getting bad. Alright. Alright. Hopefully that'll help. Weight of Shadows. Yeah, okay, I still have that Never Surrender up, but I really, yeah, he's tough. I'm getting the tough ones here. Some of these, that crawler isn't too bad, but that guy is a pathetic nuisance. And of course, because it's in Siege of Ghanaiman, I had this guy also on my back because I wanted to keep this wave from getting to Matthew, so I don't want Matthew to fall. Whew, that was quite an ordeal. We're now reaching the end of Al-Mansul, the end of the third assault, which is when the Harbinger arrives. I'm running this one 5 levels below me so that we can test the updates relating to the low level runs. Let's see how this goes. But I'm still going to keep the lights on even if... There you go. That's the end of the assault. Now where is the Harbinger? Oh yes, that'd be to the southwest, which is down this way. Oh fun, hello. Mr. Song. And you see the Kargul is here. Ah. So I don't want to make sure I don't kill the boss too early. This is why I'm running a little bit low level, because I've got all this going on at the same time. And the point here is to show that I am getting credit for it. Now, I've killed this guy enough times that obviously it won't be for the deed to kill each one at least once. But I had a 29 count when killing these Harbingers. Okay, completed Ill-Omens Al-Mansul quest. So I did get credit for the quest. That's good. I got my 2 tokens. I got my silver and also my bounty from there. And that's it at Amonsul. Let's check the deed log. And we have Banisher of Ill-Omens is now at 30. So I got credit for all of the proper deeds. Good, it's working. For the Prancing Pony, we once again have at the end of the third wave where the thing appears. And so here is the last wave here. I'm running this at 118. Now, in this one, I will not get credit for the quest, definitely, because I've already finished my 4 for the day. And once you finish that, you won't get the 2 tokens for it. The only thing that should advance then will be the Harbingers of Ill-Omens thing. That is, of course, unless I find a new Harbinger I haven't killed yet, which might be possible. But our Harbinger is going to be appearing. Actually, I better get close there right now, because it's going to be appearing right here near the Hobbit entrance. Oh, not again. I decided not to put you through that fight again, but I did get credit for this. Of course, I did not get credit for anything else because, as I said before, I had already finished my quota for the day. But that is the set of skirmishes for the Stronghold. Now, I'll need to go and repair my cloak apparently, and when I see you next time, we are going to be heading into Dol Guldur for the next episode of Ill-Omens Skirmishes.